Hi, hey, and all those other greetings, Spade Adventurers. I'm Jen Spence, welcoming you guys back to my gaming and unboxing channel, where today we have some more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Pass for Wave 5, this time with a Double Trouble Cherry Cup on 150cc with Kamek in the Koopa Clown Car with monster tires and the Bowser Kite, because we have Los Angeles Laps, Sunset Wilds, Koopa Cape, and Vancouver Velocity. My original thought was, you know what? We got Kamek, so I'm gonna go all in with the Koopa Cape situation. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? A lot of these locations seem very vacation-y. Los Angeles Lap being very beach themed with a Ferris wheel in the background. Sunset Wilds being very romantic and just a location that you might want to go on with a special somebody. Koopa Cape just being one of those things where it's like, maybe you want to visit the Great Barrier Reef. Personally, I would love to see how clear the water is in a place like that. And then we also got the long-awaited, for me personally, Vancouver Velocity, which, man oh man, if you have not seen this course, it is absolutely gorgeous. It's the first tour track that really hit home to me, that the new tour tracks could potentially be amazing. So, with that all said and done, let's jump into the cherry cup. It's time for Los Angeles Laps. And man, this is one where all of the different versions of it work really nicely together, and it creates a really cool track. There are a few that some of those laps do make it worse, and this is something we'll talk about later on in this video. But man, this one, it's just a nice spectacle. We're already starting off with the Ferris wheel, and immediately you're just hit with that beach life. Now, I'm not somebody who really goes out of, well, anywhere except for my house, so I don't really know anything about Los Angeles except for like what you might see or hear on TV. But it is still really neat to see all of this different stuff, seeing the different scooters here. And this is one city track that just does not have traffic, which I don't know much about Los Angeles, but I feel like that is kind of underrepresented here. I mean, I feel like most major cities that would be represented here would probably have a bunch of traffic. But you know what? It's super cool because we get to fly over a baseball field and we get some Mario baseball renders, which that series has not been really represented or acknowledged by Nintendo since the Wii. And I gotta tell you guys, if there is a new Mario Sluggers for the Switch, God, I would be so happy. There are so many different things that they could do with it. We've had so many new characters like Rosalina. We've got Pauline returning. We've got so many different power-up characters. And a lot of characters like Bowser Jr. also making... Sorry, not Bowser Jr. Donkey Kong Jr. making their grand return to certain things like Mario Kart Tour. So I would absolutely love to see how wacky a roster of sluggers would be nowadays, because like they're doing some of the wackiest things. Like, we got Charging Chuck in a golf game. They didn't even wait to do like a baseball game or put him in rugby. No, they were like, he is a golfer now. This is what he put all of this gear on for, is golf. And then we got Shane Chump for tennis. So you know what, if we can get those things, imagine how insane sluggers would be and the weird possibilities. Like, would they just randomly be like, we're giving this team a cheap? Why? Because we can. Man, that would be sick. Yo, put a team with Pauline, but it's just a bunch of like the classic Mario enemies. That would actually be pretty cool. And then it would be separate from like Donkey Kong, you know? You'd be able to have the Goomba there. You'd be able to have the Koopa Troopa. You'd be able to have the little crab guys. Oh my god. Could you imagine those little crab guys playing baseball? That'd be so hilarious. Anyway, though, It's time to go on to the next track. Sunset Wilds. Now, this one does have kind of a weird downgrade from what it had in Tour. Don't get me wrong, graphically, it looks super clean. However, in Tour, it had two different laps, and the first lap, it looked like this, but the second one, the sunset, and it was one of the coolest things, and I thought to myself, you know what? This is going to be really cool to see how they decide to do this in Mario Kart 8. And you know, the thing is, they didn't. Sunsets don't exist in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I guess the Switch isn't powerful enough. No, I'm not even gonna make that joke, because there's gonna be that one person that's like, wow, how dare you? I bet you're a PlayStation fan. No. I'm huge on Nintendo. If you look at any year of this channel, you could see, like, nah, man, I like just got a PlayStation. I only got an Xbox 360 and an Xbox One for Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, Sonic 06, Sonic Free Riders, and Sonic Generations, which, like, one of those wasn't a regrettable decision, but at the same time, I still appreciate the fact that I got to experience Sonic 06, especially as somebody that loves glitches. And that is actually a Let's Play on the channel, for those who may or may not know. But yeah, for Sunset Wilds, I do feel that it's a little bit weird that they didn't change that. It's also one of the GBA tracks that really doesn't have a whole lot going on inside of it, like change-wise from the GBA. You do have a little bit of elevation change, but honestly, I don't mind it, because overall, it is still a pretty fun track, and I think it does lend itself a little bit better for some of the changes that they made from Tour, like having Link. That was rude. Why is Link just going after me today? It's ridiculous. Is it because you want me to play some more Legend of Zelda? Like, it'll happen, dude. I mean, granted, I keep putting off a Link Between Worlds playthrough. Not because I want to, just because there's been so many games that I want to play and games coming out. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, that was clean. Green to the green. Sorry, Link. It was over. Yeah, but pretty decent track. I do like a lot of the updates that they have made. However, the sunset not being there is just weird, because why? Koopa Cape. After Coconut Mall and after Maple Treeway, this was my most wanted track for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Pass. I can't explain to you what it is about this track, if it's the nostalgia or just the fact that I'm somebody who is a sucker for water when it comes to being hydrated in real life, when it comes to just how beautiful water can be, especially inside of video games. And no, I am not the Miiverse person who's like, look at everything that this console's generation has to offer us in water graphics. But I will say, water in video games can be so beautiful. And Koopa Cape, I absolutely love it. In 7, this half-pipe idea was added, which just had such a nice element to this track. It's very simple, but at the same time, it has so much charm to it, especially with, like, the gigantic waterfall in the background. Man, it's probably also one that I really enjoy inside of Mario Kart Wii, just for the sheer fact that it's not one that I've had a lot of struggles with. Though, to be fair, I did learn to really love Wario's Gold Mine because of this game. So it's possible if there was another really tricky track that ended up inside of this game, I might learn to love that too. I'm really hoping if the Blue Shell Cup isn't just a crap ton of Rainbow Roads, which a part of me hopes, because that would be amazing. But one thing that I would love to see is Wario Coliseum come back. And please don't make a section race. I know I've had this conversation a lot, but I don't know if I mentioned it on video. Like, I would love to see that track back, only if it is still a 2-lapper. But they will probably make it a section race, and I'll feel like I'm gonna have a very similar reaction as I did with Mario Kart, or sorry, Mario Kart 64 is Rainbow Road. Oh my god. I will say too, I decided to do this at like 2 in the morning to record this. My reasoning though is because we were watching A Million Little Things. We wanted to finish the farewell season, which took a little bit longer, and then I ended up finishing Spectacular Spider-Man while playing some Mario Kart Tour, just because I needed a palate cleanser. After seeing Million Little Things finale, I was like, there's absolutely like no way. Oh, we're just trouncing Link. It's great. But I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to sit down to try to play a video for this. It's just not going to happen, and I'm going to be distraught about it. It's just going to be absolutely sad for me. The final track. It all tastes so good. I know that I saw a thumbnail for a video that was like, it's 50% great and 50% eh. And I wholeheartedly disagree. I don't know if it's just like bias from the fact that I love this track in Tour, and the fact that there's a lot of nostalgia like in Koopa Cape that's coming through for me. LA Laps being fantastic too. But I said in the last one, I really love these tracks. And this one, especially the first lap. This is the track that made me say Tour tracks have a chance of being just phenomenal. Because look at how glorious this is. It was like, keep in mind too, this was also after plenty of tracks like New York Minute. New York Minute isn't a bad track, but by all accounts, it's a very like bland track. And having this track like a year after was just amazing to me. Not only that, but we had a beautiful Rosalina alt that got tied to this track. It was this amazing like Northern Lights blue winter dress with a bunch of sparkles and diamonds, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The only thing that sucked about it is the fact that there weren't more tracks that got put to it, and it's a pretty low tier outfit for Rosalina, because if it wasn't, I would love to just constantly use that in Tour. It would be one that I would boost up a bunch. But I can't do that because she's never appearing. And when she does, I have so many other combinations of characters and carts and stuff that just work so much better because they have so many more tracks that work for them. Oh, I better throw this back before I get hit with a red shell. But yeah, overall, like, the ice rink is really cool. Having this third lap is also really cool. And it's big enough to where it doesn't bother me that these seep into that first lap. I still think if it was just that first lap and that was what the track was, it would still be better in my opinion. But overall, I think these 2 laps as an addition to that first one work a lot better than those 2 being separate things like they are in Tour. For Tour, it's just kind of awkward in my opinion. Oh right, and unlike Tour, we can't just hit a blooper with the sound horn. Man, I'm surprised they haven't added that, considering they did the whole like lightning thing with everything. It just seems kind of bizarre, all in all. But you know what? That is it for the Cherry Cup, and that is it for all the DLC. I may have experienced this before playing this on video, but I gotta say again, these tracks are just so amazing for me to play again, and I cannot wait to just constantly be shoving it into my online play. And who knows, maybe when this is all said and done, I'll jump in and try to do like some online videos if you guys would like to see it. If not, that's completely okay. Man, we got to see Link getting destroyed. I don't know what it is about Link today, but he's just getting wrecked. Ooh, we got a nice blue trim there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to slam the gas onto the like button, hit those brakes on the subscribe button, and once you're stopped at your destination, share us out with everyone known love, brother, mother, sister, father, iguana. And I hope to see you guys in the next one, where we have one more wave to go. I'm kind of sad about it, but at the same time, I am going to probably be a little bit ready after a year or two to see something like Mario Kart 9. Or if Nintendo wants to, putting out like an F-Zero and doing a new take on F-Zero would be super cool, because that would also tide over a lot of people. I'm just saying, free idea. Go for it. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, just F-Zero with online. And you know what? Even just do kart customization as like a new thing that's just stolen from Mario Kart 8. Why not? You can do it, Nintendo. Anyway, though, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep safe. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you look over to the left, you can see the playlist for this series, as well as a fun video, and if you scroll your eyes over to the right, you can subscribe to the channel, as well as see a video from my archives, or some such thing that I've decided to put there. Anyway, though, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.